In today's exercise, I'm going to teach you a famous chord progression called the 1-5-6-4. So all we're doing is playing the first, the fifth, the sixth and the fourth chords of a C major scale, which we've already learned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then back to 1. So we're going to play chord 1 first, which is the C major. Then we're going to play chord 5, and this is an easy jump because our little finger is already on the G. So you can see it nice and clearly. So all we're going to do is jump our thumb up to the G, to here. And you can spend some time just practicing moving from C to G. And then all we're going to do is move all our fingers up 1 to the A minor. And then we're going to move all our fingers down 2 to the F major. So let's try that again. So chord number 1 is the C. For chord number 2, we're jumping up to the G, which our little finger is already on, so we can see it nice and clearly. So we jump up to the G, and then we move all of our fingers up 1 to the A minor, and then we move all of our fingers down 2 to the F. And this is what you want to practice, because the more you do it, the more you'll remember it. C major, G major, A minor, F major. And once you've gone around that a few times, you can add in the left hand, because this always makes it sound a bit more fuller as a chord. It just adds an extra layer to the chords. So with our left hand, we just play an octave below for each chord. So for the C major, we're just adding in this C below, because it's the root note, and this is what we want to add in our left hand, the root note of C. And then when we move up to G, we do the same thing. We add the G in below, and then we move 1 up to A minor, and then 2 down to the F. And we can just practice this with both hands. And if you want to make it sound even fuller, you could play an octave in your left hand. But you don't have to do that straight away, you can work your way up to that. Okay, and what you'll do as you move your way through the Chord Jammer course is you'll start learning tools to be able to add to this chord progression. So I'm going to be teaching you how to invert the chords. So instead of sounding a bit jumpy in its root position, when you invert the chords, you find a way of playing them a bit closer together, because you're playing the same notes of each chord, but you're jumbling them up a bit. And this is what I'm going to teach you in the chord inversion section of Chord Jammer, so it would sound more like this. And this is what professional piano players do. They find a way of playing their chords a bit closer together so it sounds more professional. So I'll be teaching you that. I'll also be teaching you how to add a bit of colour to your chords by adding in chord extensions. I teach you how to play a sus chord, which really makes your chord progressions sound beautiful. So watch out for those as well, and you can learn how to play some beautiful broken chords for your chord progressions. And then lastly, you'll start to learn how to add melody to your chord progressions using the scale you're working in. So for the 1, 5, 6, 4, I might do something like this. And that's just using notes from the C major scale over the top of the chord progression, just like the Beatles did.